Spring has officially sprung, and I want to show you what's growing in the garden. I'm going to start with the fact that there are dandelions growing everywhere in my yard, and the weeds have basically, they're really aggressive. My salvias and my hyssops, they're all growing. They look really beautiful. And even though I would not be gardening in this area, the fact that it's starting to fill in a little bit looks really nice to me. And I'm so happy about that. My apple tree started flowering, which is so beautiful. I have a tree up the hill that usually flowers. It hasn't flowered. And one of my other apple trees look like it's probably not gonna make it. Today is April 6th. And so far that apple tree have not budded at all in any way. So I think that that apple tree, for some reason, it's probably not gonna make it. I don't know why. I guess these things just happen, but I've had it here for years. And I've never gotten an apple, nothing. So it's kind of sad if that happens. So even though it's pretty and I'm so happy about that, I'm not gonna get apples. So that's disappointing. This year, I plan to prune this tree in a certain way. I'm gonna learn about pruning trees. I'm going to learn all I need to know. And if you have tips on how to prune trees, share with me because I wanna learn and I love to learn. This is actually the end of the video. That I've actually noticed something. My apple tree, this one is also flowering. I'm surprised because so this one is flowering right here, right? And then also this apple tree is flowering. And then lo and behold, the one up the hill is also now budding. So maybe they're all linked together and hopefully I'll just get some apples. That would be so amazing. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for apples. I got my flowers. Over here, my peaches, they have some tiny peaches on them. I actually have this peach tree in a pail. And the reason why is because I didn't want it to be permanent here. My apple tree did bud. Am I gonna get apples this year? I don't know. I was like, well, I guess that apple tree is probably not gonna make it. I did scratch at it and it did look like it was still alive. But it's doing good. It's going to have a whole bunch of something. The blueberries, or blueberrying. They have tiny little blueberries, so cute. So I can't wait for blueberries. My blackberry bush is doing really good. I moved this here last year and this year it's flowering, so that means that we'll get some blackberries from this area. I have other blackberries on the other side, which is bigger, and this one I had moved from the middle of my garden beds, and I moved it and I'm still getting blackberries just growing there. So this year they're gonna pop up and I'm just gonna let it be. I'll probably dig it out later on and place it somewhere else, but I can also put them in my property in Tennessee. So those are kind of free plants that I can kind of get to start my homestead journey there. In the last video in this bed, I was a little bit nervous because I was going away and my husband was going to be here to take care of everything. Everything here is doing pretty good. This onion right here is going to seed. Happy about that, but I'm not sure what onion that is. So it's time for the bad news. In this bed, I did plant the kohlrabis and I planted some Swiss chard in this bed. Here, my oregano, it's already spreading and it looks so green and beautiful. I'm probably gonna harvest these soon, within the next few weeks, because I like to start saving a lot of my herbs earlier so I won't get overwhelmed later on in the season. Some of my Swiss chard and some of my kohlrabi did not make it. They, for some reason, I think when it got really cold, they got knocked back and they never came back, so that's disappointing. This one was an old Swiss chard and it just grew back. You can see the old remnants of it right here, and it looks pretty good. In this bed that I planted my cabbages, they're doing so good. This bed, it's living its best life. They're all having a good time over here. With the exception of some weeds that's growing in here that I keep having to come and pluck out. It smells so good in this bed. This bed is growing thyme. This is lemon thyme. Some mint. I'm always mixing up the mint, so I don't know. I have to always ask my son, like, what mint is that again? It's doing really good. I kind of really like it. I didn't think that it would look so lush and beautiful, but I love it. My only problem is that the mint keeps on escaping, because that's what mint does. And if you've had mint in places where you don't want it, it's very hard to get rid of. There is a little bit of cilantro growing over there. Over here in this bed, the last time that I was going away, I planted some broccoli here. They look pretty good, pretty decent, pretty nice. The Swiss chard that I left, the back here, doing pretty good. I'm loving the way that it looks. I have some things that are popping up in this bed. It looks like, I gotta smell it. Yeah, holy basil. It's coming up here. I'm happy because I didn't plant any seeds of holy basil, so I'm just gonna let these be. I also did plant some green onions along here, and my Swiss chard, I'm happy that I left the way that it's growing back. It's smaller leaves, but it looks really pretty, and I can still eat it. So long as I can eat it, I love to eat vegetables. This is my favorite time of year because I get to just come outside and just grab whatever and chop it up and eat it. In this bed, my carrots are growing. My little rabbits, I don't really have rabbits, but my children, they're always coming out here and munching on carrots. They're all still pretty small. Trying to see if I can find a good sized carrot. Okay, this one looks like it should be decent, so let's see what it looks like. Plus I should thin them out, right? It's not that big yet. But look at it. It's pretty okay. I don't know why right here it's like skinny. It's a very weird shaped carrot. Pretty good. I'm always happy when I grow really good carrots. Yeah, you can have this one. Go wash it. Thank you. You're welcome. Something beautiful that happened. I planted a lilac here last year and I forgot all about it, and it's here. It looks pretty. It looks like it might flower. Below the lilac are my lemon balm. I have my lemon balm along with some spearmint, I believe it's spearmint, and some sweet mint that's also growing here. My climbing rose arch is filling up. It looks really nice. I just have to come and prune it back and make it look pretty over here. I would love to get another rose arch right here, or just something with the roses. It looks so pretty. So in this bed, I have kale, cabbage, chamomile, chives, elephant garlic, and then we have some Swiss chard back there with a cauliflower. My kale, unfortunately, one of them is bolting, so that's unfortunate because it's still pretty small. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. This is one of my the best bed, I would say. One of the best beds. That looks really good. So we have cabbages over here, and the cabbage, they are growing so good. They look beautiful. And over here I have my kale. Beautiful kale. Beautiful kale. Before I went away, I actually planted some dwarf peas seeds, and they came up and they look really good. I can have some peas because I did not really grow peas. Normally I would plant my peas a lot earlier. So I planted these last month and they look really great. I also have some tiny onions. These are actually Texas grano. I planted them before I left as well. I'm gonna get some leaves and cover them so that they will remain cool. That thyme that I had transplanted here a few months ago, it's doing pretty good as well. So is the chive. They have taken to this bed. So this bed looks awesome. On this side, we have some Chinese cabbage that's being attacked or eaten by something. We also have some of the same peas that I grew here. And I see one lettuce. This is just a remnant of lettuce from, I think from last fall or something like that. So I could fill in over here a lot better. And I plan on doing that, but it's very weedy here. Also, I had bought some shallots when I was in Tennessee, so I just poked them in the ground here. I don't know how they'll do here because I live in the South, and I think shallots are long day plants, so I might just only get the tops to eat, but that's okay. Or they might just be really small, but I'm fine with that. I love shallots. Like, I love cooking with shallots, but if I don't get any here and I can't grow them, that's fine. Over here, my broccolis, they are growing. I'm seeing a head of broccoli in one of my broccoli plants. It looks a little small still for me to have broccoli, But I grew this broccoli from broccoli plants, that seedlings that I bought from the nursery. So I am not really sure how this broccoli really grows, but everything else looks pretty good. It's a lot of weed competition here. Nothing else happening over here except I have an elderberry that is growing, which is great. My greenhouse is falling apart. It's a lot happening. It's a big ghetto. I need to get monetized and get a sponsor for a greenhouse because this is not okay. Not much new is happening in the greenhouse right now. Only all my kales are still here. Everything is bolting. Oh, I do have a good news. My Chinese celery that I planted, it's here and they look pretty good. You know, the funny thing is I went away and I had planted these as from seed, and I didn't tell Daniel that they were here. But when I came back, they sprouted and they looked pretty good. So I was so happy because I don't think that he ever watered these. He just watered the greenhouse. And they've been out here the entire time. So I am going to actually plant these in the greenhouse along here somewhere. But they look so good. And I'm so excited because I love celery. My kale is bolting. That's fine. I've had these here since last fall. And we have some carrots that's growing over there. Let me show you. My carrots are growing here along with a few weeds that has popped up. I planted these in paper towel in January. All my carrots did not come up. Just, you know, some didn't make it, and I should have planted more. Over here I planted my broccoli. That was the remainder from when I planted them outside. And I wish I had planted all of them inside of my greenhouse because they look way better than the ones that's outside to me. And everything else is just bolting in here. There's not much happening at my side garden. On this side of the garden, or the side garden, I do have my echinacea that came back. Looks pretty healthy and really nice. I never have a good time growing lavender, but for some reason this year my lavender is really coming back. It looks really good. I was surprised that it's okay because we had such a really cold, harsh winter, and it smells divine. But that's all that's growing here. Oh, and I have something new. Let me show you. I was thinking that I wanted something to put right here. So I have a peony. I actually bought this at Walmart on the clearance. I think I got it for like $3 or something like that. Over here we have my butterfly bush. When this starts blooming, it's so beautiful. Here I have my hydrangea. This one is a wedding somebody. But it's white. It grows really white, beautiful hydrangea. This is my second year with it, I think. It's really good. I'm trying to get it to become like huge. It's gonna take some time. And then all I have here is just my echinaceas, which grow up to become very beautiful and medicinal. I grow for medicinal purposes.